Kaley Cuoco's journey in Hollywood is one of resilience, growth, and reinvention. Best known around the world for her role as Penny on The Big Bang Theory, Cuoco quickly became one of television's most beloved stars, capturing audiences with her humor, warmth, and relatability. For 12 seasons, she embodied the girl next door, balancing sass, charm, and emotional depth in a way that made her unforgettable. Yet from the beginning, Cuoco made it clear that she would not be limited by one role or one perception. Even while the sitcom was at its height, she began taking on other projects, exploring her range, and preparing for a future beyond Penny. That decision has paid off as she has continued to evolve into a versatile actress, producer, and cultural figure who is far more than the character who first made her famous. A bold step into authenticity. Recently, Cuoco made headlines not for a role or a project, but for a set of photos that showed her in a new light, raw, natural, and unapologetically herself. The images sparked widespread discussion online, not because of controversy, but because of the authenticity and boldness she displayed. For fans who have long associated her with bubbly, approachable characters, this was a striking shift. She presented herself with confidence and poise, projecting control over her own narrative and refusing to be constrained by Hollywood's expectations. At 5'6", she may not be the tallest actress in the industry, but her presence in those photos was undeniable. She radiated strength, elegance, and empowerment, proving that confidence is not measured in height, age, or perfection. It is about owning your image and embracing your individuality, redefining what Hollywood expects. For decades, Hollywood has boxed women into narrow roles and outdated expectations. Kaley Cuoco has consistently resisted these confines, choosing instead to chart her own path. The bold photos that surfaced recently are less about fashion or appearance and more about reclaiming control of how she is perceived. She demonstrated that women in the spotlight can assert themselves without apology, even if doing so sparks mixed reactions. While some fans expressed surprise and critics debated the significance, many applauded her courage and authenticity. By stepping outside conventional norms, Cuoco reminded the world that strength lies in being true to oneself, not in conforming to stereotypes. Her decision resonated with conversations around body positivity and empowerment, showing that the most compelling statement a celebrity can make is to live authentically. Fans react to the evolution. The reaction from fans was as diverse as it was passionate, and that is what made the moment so significant. Longtime admirers who grew up watching her on television saw in her a new dimension of strength and maturity, while younger audiences celebrated her boldness and honesty. Social media lit up with comments ranging from awe to admiration, with many praising her for embracing her confidence at 39 and showing that empowerment has no expiration date. Some voices critiqued the move, but the diversity of reactions highlighted the cultural importance of Cuoco's choice. In a world where women are often judged harshly for stepping outside of expectations, she sparked dialogue about freedom, self-expression, and the right to define one's own image. Growth beyond the screen. Kaley Cuoco's journey has always been about more than just acting. Her move into producing with Yes, Norman Productions has positioned her as a storyteller and business leader, not just a performer. Projects like The Flight Attendant allowed her to expand her creative reach, earning Emmy and Golden Globe nominations while establishing her as a force behind the camera as well. She has also ventured into voice acting, most notably in the animated Harley Quinn series, where she brought humor, edge, and charisma to the character. Each step of her career has reflected her willingness to embrace challenges and redefine her place in Hollywood. The recent bold photos are simply another layer of that evolution, a statement that Cuoco is not afraid to grow, change, and surprise even her most loyal fans. Confidence as a form of empowerment. What makes Cuoco's recent appearance so powerful is not the outfit or setting, but the confidence she exudes. Confidence is magnetic, and Cuoco has learned over the years how to embrace hers fully. Instead of hiding behind a carefully curated image, she has chosen to step into her power, showing that confidence at 39 can be more radiant than ever. Fans see in her a woman who has embraced her body, her career, and her choices without fear of judgment. In a culture where external pressures can be overwhelming, her willingness to live boldly serves as a reminder that empowerment is about authenticity. By being unapologetically herself, she inspires others to do the same, proving that true beauty lies in confidence. Balancing glamour with relatability. Part of Kaley Cuoco's appeal has always been her ability to balance glamour with relatability. On one hand, she dazzles on red carpets, stuns in photo shoots, and embraces bold fashion choices that set her apart. On the other, she remains grounded and relatable, often sharing candid moments from her personal life. Whether it's her love of animals, her candid reflections on motherhood, or her behind-the-scenes glimpses into projects, she consistently reminds fans that she is approachable and real. This balance is rare in Hollywood, where celebrities often struggle to maintain authenticity while under constant scrutiny. Cuoco has mastered it, and it's part of why her fans remain so loyal even as she reinvents herself. A symbol of modern empowerment. Over the years, Cuoco has become more than an actress. She has become a symbol of empowerment in modern Hollywood. She has shown that women can transition from sitcom stardom to producing, from comedic roles to dramatic acclaim, from public scrutiny to personal confidence, all while staying true to themselves. Her recent photos sparked conversation not because of shock value, but because they represented a declaration of independence. By controlling how she is seen and refusing to be boxed in, she demonstrated that empowerment comes in many forms. For her, it comes in boldness, authenticity, and the ability to embrace her identity fully. In an industry that often values conformity, Cuoco's authenticity is revolutionary. Cultural conversations. Sparked Cuoco's choice also sparked larger cultural conversations about how society views women in the spotlight. Too often, women are criticized for being either too bold or too reserved, with little room for nuance. By embracing her confidence and sharing a side of herself that defies expectations, Cuoco challenged those double standards. She reminded fans and critics alike that women should have the freedom to present themselves however they choose, without being defined by stereotypes or constrained by judgment. These conversations go beyond Hollywood. They reflect the everyday experiences of women everywhere, making Cuoco's actions even more impactful. Conclusion: a star who owns her story. At 39, Kaley Cuoco is proving that her story is still being written and that each chapter is richer and more inspiring than the last. From her early days as Penny to her success as a producer and dramatic actress, from her candid relatability to her bold and fearless confidence, she continues to evolve in ways that captivate audiences. The recent photos that caused such a stir are not a scandal. They are a milestone in her journey, a reflection of a woman who knows her worth and refuses to hide it. They symbolize transformation, courage, and authenticity, qualities that define her far more than any single role or image ever could. As fans, critics, and cultural commentators continue to discuss her choices, one truth remains clear. Kaley Cuoco is no longer just the sitcom star the world fell in love with. She is an icon of empowerment, independence, and unapologetic authenticity. Her journey is a testament to the power of owning your narrative, embracing who you are fully, and reminding the world that confidence is the most magnetic quality anyone can possess.